Hey guys, Sam here, and welcome to another playoff experiment video. The last one with the Premier League went down fantastically, so I'm doing it again with La Liga. I've gone to Spain because there's some fantastic teams like the one in the Premier League. We're going to be dividing up Spain in the North and South conferences. I want to do an East and West, and I think I could do it for some other leagues, but for Spain we're going to go North and South because it was really easy to divide. Just like England, there's 10 in the North, 10 in the South, so it really did work out quite well. The best part of it is Barcelona's in one conference and Real Madrid is in the other conference, so could they potentially meet in the final? That's what we're here to find out. Who's going to do well and who's not. We've had some really random things happen with these simulations. And if you do go ahead and enjoy today's experiment and other experiments that we've been doing, then do leave a like on today's video. And if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe for more content. Without further ado, let's take a look at what happens. Alright, so first thing, taking a look at the conferences. The North Conference consists of Athletic Bilbao, Osasuna, Celta Vigo, Deportivo Alavés, FC Barcelona, Deportivo La Coruña, Espanyol, Real Sociedad, Eibar, and Sporting Gijón. The Southern Conference has Atletico Madrid, Leganés, Granada, Malaga, Real Betis, Real Madrid, Sevilla, Las Palmas, Valencia, and Villarreal. From the North, you would be expecting Barcelona to go through. That would pretty much be your guarantee. Everyone else, I think, has a chance of making it. I'd say maybe Bilbao is a good shout to get into the top 4 and make it to the playoffs, but I really do believe that other than Barcelona, I think it's a real open contest for anybody. Whereas in the South, I think it might be a bit more difficult. I think Madrid's going to be up, both Madrids are going to be up there, Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. I think Real Betis are a good team, Sevilla are a good team, Valencia, Villarreal, a lot of close teams, Las Palmas even, a lot of close teams there, but I think 2 spots are going to be locked out with the 2 main Madrid teams there. And I think the rest, I think it's going to be, 8 teams fighting for 2 spots. I think being in the South is definitely a lot more difficult. So let's take a look at how things stack up halfway into the season. Alright, starting things off in the North, it's actually Espanyol, the other team in Barcelona that are currently first with 7 wins and 2 losses to their name. Sociedad currently sit in second. Barcelona, they've only lost once, so they are doing alright. They're just not getting the points up on the board, it seems. They sit in third, and then Sporting Gijón on goal difference is the last playoff team so far. Bilbao just outside the top 4. Teams like Eibar, Deportivo Alavés, and Osasuna, you would assume, are currently out of the race, but even so, it's only 4 points separating 4th and last, so half a season can make a big difference. In the South, it's Real Madrid who top the table at the moment. Malaga currently in second with Sevilla in third, and Real Betis in 4th. So at the moment, it's Atletico Madrid who are currently missing out, but just 3 points separates you from a playoff position and the bottom of the table. So it's very, very close in both conferences. Let's take a look at how things wrap up at the end of the season. Okay, so it looks like Barcelona ended up topping the table, a massive 8-point lead. Just 2 losses in the entire season, which is very good for them. 11 wins to their name, so they went on a massive winning streak in the second half of the season. 8 points clear of second-seeded Real Sociedad, if you can believe that. That's a surprise for me. I didn't really expect them to be too high up the table, but they did take it on goal difference ahead of Athletic Bilbao, who currently sit in third position, with Espanyol in 4th to wrap up. And Espanyol were first halfway through the season, so you pretty much expected them to make the playoffs, but they did drop off quite a bit. But they do take that 4th seed, so Barcelona versus Espanyol, nice little derby there to kick off in the first playoff. Celta Vigo missed out by 4 points, so there was no real tight battle for that 4th spot either. It seemed very clear-cut in the North. In terms of the Southern Conference, it's Atletico Madrid who's taken out the conference out of nowhere. They were 5th halfway through, and they've just blasted the second half of the season. They ended up with 36 points. So to compare, Barcelona got 2 more points. They were the best team over both conferences. Sevilla picked up a 2nd seed, Real Madrid in 3rd, and Real Betis in 4th. So Real Madrid falling down a little bit there, not very good signs, but like Barcelona, only lost 2 games. So you kind of want that winning mentality, or that not losing mentality, going into the playoffs. So it's Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, Real Madrid, and Real Betis that make it through. As far as the top goal scorers, it was Luis Suarez, Aspas, and Andone in the North, who picked up 7 goals apiece. And in the South, similarly, 7 goals were the most, shared by 5 players. Nani, Bale, Donk, Sanson, and Vasquez all picked up 7 goals. So across the 2 conferences, 8 players shared the top goal scoring with 7 goals apiece. So taking a look at the playoff bracket before we kick off with any games, that is what it looks like. Barcelona will play Espanyol, Real Sociedad will play Athletic Bilbao, Atletico Madrid will take on Real Betis, and Sevilla will take on Real Madrid. So without further ado, let's get the North out of the way. Let's have a look at who will be making it through to the conference finals. Okay, the first game is between the 1st seed and 4th seed, and that is Barcelona versus Espanyol. Espanyol, look at all those Lopez's, my goodness gracious. Their goalkeeper, right back, and centre back all have the last name of Lopez. That's pretty weird. It's Messi who's put up Barcelona, though, in the first 20 minutes. They are the 1st seeded team, and you do expect Barcelona to go through. It's Rakitic who makes it 2-0 going into the second half. They're looking very strong. Neymar 3-0, and it looks like Barcelona are running away with this one. A nice, good home lead. Paco Alcaca makes it 4. It's up to Espanyol here. They gotta get some early goals, but I just can't see it happening. It's a little bit ridiculous to even think that they could make any sort of comeback here against Barcelona. I just do not see it happening. And it looks like Barcelona playing a nice defensive football here. 13 minutes in, and they are just looking very sturdy, it seems. No goals at all. Nothing's happening. It was Reyes who picked up an injury. Rakitic a yellow card. Other than that, it's been very silent. And Barcelona seem to have just shut Espanyol out so far. They would take a 4-0. It'd be very good. Baptistao makes it 1-0 on the day. And that might actually hinder Barcelona's confidence a little bit, but over the 2 legs, it was 4-1, and I'm sure they're not going to have any problems with that. Moving on to the 2nd and 3rd seeded teams, it's Athletic Bilbao taking on Real Sociedad. 2 very closely matched teams, I would assume. Sociedad coming in the 2nd seed, Bilbao in the 3rd, and it's Bilbao who've taken the lead early on. 20 minutes in, it's Balenciaga who's made it 1-0, and going into the second half, Oyarzabal, fuck, I always struggle with that name. He makes it 1-1, and this is definitely a tight game for sure. Moreno from Bilbao makes it 2-1, and it looks like they'll be taking a 2-1 lead into the second leg, but Real Sociedad got that away goal, and that could prove very crucial. Here we go, the second leg between the 2 teams, 2nd and 3rd seed, who will face Barcelona. Tough task in the Northern Conference Finals. Will it be Sociedad or will it be Bilbao? Real Sociedad a goal down, but they do have the away goal, which can help. If they pick up a 1-0 win here, they go through on the away goal. So half-time, nothing's happened. It's 0-0, and you just expect a tight one between these 2 guys. Like I was saying, very closely matched teams. I actually thought Bilbao had, I'd say, a slight edge. I think their team is really good, but Real Sociedad, who make it 1-0 in the 84th minute, go through on the away goal rule. My goodness, they left it late in the 84th minute. What a way to crush Bilbao's dreams. Moving over to the south, we have Real Betis versus Atletico Madrid, the 4th seed hosting the 1st seed, and Betis need to get off to a really good start here. They just need to get a couple of goals on the board, and it's Atletico Madrid who have not even given them the time to even think about scoring goals. 6 minutes in, it's Sal who's made it 1-0, and Atletico Madrid already looking very, very good going into half-time. Betis, though, they need a goal here. Every time I say it, they concede. Felipe Luis has made it 2-0, and this is very good for Atletico Madrid. It's Ruben Castro who's made it 2-1, but I just don't think that's good enough for Betis. Going to the Vicente Calderon, I just do not see them bringing this back. 2 away goals for Atletico Madrid and a goal lead. They're looking pretty good. Moving into the second leg for Betis, I don't want to say it, but it is about getting a goal. It is about getting an early goal, putting the pressure on Atletico Madrid, who are currently up 2-1. It's not impossible for Betis, and they've made a 1-0 through Ceballos, and Atletico Madrid have responded instantly. Antoine Griezmann making it 1-1. Now, Betis aren't in a bad position. If they score another goal here, they could force extra time, and with half an hour to go, they're definitely going to try and do that, and it's Griezmann who's made it 2-1 on the day, 4-2 on aggregate, and that should wrap it up nicely. Atletico Madrid through to the Southern Conference Finals. Who's going to join them there? Is it going to be the 2nd seed Sevilla or the 3rd seed Real Madrid? A bit weird saying Real Madrid as the 3rd seed, but Sevilla have shown why they are serious contenders, and they've made it 1-0 through Cranevita. And wow, Real Madrid must be shocked. 3 minutes in, that definitely would have been shocked, and that changes the complexion of the game entirely. And maybe there's a reason Real Madrid came third. Maybe they just haven't been able to close off games, and it's Sevilla now who seem very dominant. With 10 minutes left to go, Madrid need that away goal, and it's Karim Benzema who's left it late, but they have got the away goal, and that could be the deciding factor here for Real Madrid. Second leg here, guys. I'm actually, like, nervous simulating this right now. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm actually really, really nervous. Like, I feel like this is really close. It's Modric who's made it 1-0. Bale gets sent off, and it's Madrid going through at the moment. 2-1 on aggregate, but they're down to 10 men. Now, that doesn't really matter in sim games. I don't think it affects it at all, but it is something to think about. Bale is out of the game, and it's Jovetic who's made it 1-1, and they're going into extra time, it seems. Ramos has gotten injured. That definitely affects it. And going into extra time, it's Stefan Jovetic again, and Sevilla going through. That is it. Even if Madrid score another one, the away goal ruling means Sevilla goes through, and they've done it. 3-2 on aggregate. Holy shit, boys. Real Madrid is out, the third seed team. No Madrid derby in the conference finals, unfortunately. Oh my goodness, taking a look at the bracket after that incredible first round, it's Barcelona who will face Real Sociedad. Barcelona going through quite convincingly. Real Sociedad on the away goal ruling going through. In the south, Atletico Madrid again convincingly going through against Real Betis. And it's Sevilla who have done it against Real Madrid. My goodness, well done to Sevilla, has to be said. Very well deserved. And they have a chance to prove why they are the best team in the south of Spain. Once again, kicking things off in the north, it is Barcelona, the #1 seed, taking on Real Sociedad, the #2 seed. It's worked out similar in both sides of Spain, 1 versus 2. It's Messi who slotted away a penalty in the 16th minute to give Barcelona the lead, and again, it's really hard to not see Barcelona going through, especially against a side like Real Sociedad. No discredit to them, but they are not Barcelona, but they are definitely going to make this interesting. It's Oyarzabal, the man I can't pronounce the name of, who's going to make it difficult, and I was going to say... I was gonna say it was an extremely good result for Real Sociedad. With the away goal, it still is, but if they went 1-1, that would have been something else. That really could have helped them. Second leg time here, Real Sociedad with the away goal, so they only need 1 goal to go through. So for Barcelona, it's get a goal on the board, put the pressure on Real Sociedad, and make them score 2 to force extra time. But at the moment, Carlos Vela makes it 1-0. Neymar brings it back 1-1. So Sociedad have a half of a football match now to bring this back and force extra time against Barcelona, but it's Neymar who swung it the other way. And that would pretty much wrap it up, in my opinion. Barcelona are going to go through to the final. It's Willian Jose who makes it 2-2, makes it look a little bit better, and maybe gave Real Sociedad a little bit of hope in the dying embers of the game, but it is Barcelona who progresses through to the finals. And now it is the question of who will join them. Is it the #2 seed in the south, Sevilla, or the #1 seed, Atletico Madrid? Sevilla doing the impossible against Real Madrid. Can they do it against Atleti? So far it looks like no, they can't. Atletico Madrid making it 1-0. Jovetic, who seems to be on fire in these playoffs, makes it 1-1. Atletico Madrid, I'd say, still in the better position with the away goal with half an hour of football left to play. Can Sevilla make it 2? Can they have an advantage going to the second leg? They'll need it if they have any chance against Atletico Madrid at the Vicente Calderón. They don't get it, and you would put money on Atletico Madrid to see this out now. Here we go, second leg time. For Atletico Madrid, it's simple. Get a goal on the board and make sure... Oh, and Sal does it instantly. Well, they're listening to my game plan, that's for sure. And now it's up to Sevilla. Can they force extra time? An away goal is important, but Atletico Madrid have set themselves up to potentially make this 2-0 and pretty much take Sevilla out of the game if they can do that. Griezmann misses a penalty, and can that bite Atletico Madrid in the ass? Can Sevilla push? They did it against Real Madrid. Are they going to do it against Atleti? It's Koke who makes it 2-0. I thought Sevilla might have scored that last goal, but it's Atletico Madrid who will face Barcelona in the finals. And at the end of the day, this is how La Liga has been set up after the playoffs. The #1 seed from the north taking on the #1 seed from the south. No surprises at all in this playoffs if you take a look at it by seeds. But the only real surprise was Sevilla getting past Real Madrid. I thought that was absolutely fantastic performance from Sevilla. They couldn't do it against Atletico Madrid. They were close, but they couldn't. Barcelona, on the other hand, they have just been putting teams to the sword. 4 goals over 2 legs against Espanyol, 4 goals over 2 legs against Real Sociedad, and it's now a one-legged affair. Barcelona from the north, Atletico Madrid from the south. Who will be crowned the champions of Spain? Let's find out. Here we go. Some of the biggest names in football play in this league, and here are the 2 best teams going at it. Now, you would have expected a different Madrid side to make it, but they didn't have the legs. Real Madrid, the playoffs really affected them, and it's Barcelona who's gone up 1-0. The northern side is up 1-0 as Iniesta puts them up in the 16th minute, and they're going into halftime with the lead. So coming out of the second half, it's up to Atletico Madrid, and it's Nico Gaitan who's missed a penalty, and that could prove absolutely crucial. Barcelona are doing everything they can do to hang on. Luis Suarez scores, Thiago scores, and it is the penalty that's the deciding factor. If that had gone in, we would have gotten extra time, and who knows what would have happened from there. But it's Barcelona who have won it. You probably would have bet on Barcelona to win the entire thing from the beginning, and you probably would have bet them in this one match to take on Atletico Madrid. But at the end of the day, it was so close. It was a penalty dividing them, but it is Barcelona who have done it. They are the best team in Spain, and they've won the playoffs. So there we are, guys. That is the end of the La Liga playoffs. Barcelona well and truly dominated through the entire playoffs. And I guess so did Atletico Madrid. They looked strong as well. Sevilla making it to the Southern Conference Finals was absolutely fantastic. Madrid not even making it through the first stage of the playoffs. But overall, guys, this was a really fun playoffs to do. And now in both playoffs, it's been a northern team that has won it over the southern team. So in the next playoff, can it be something different? It might not be a north and south conference, but it might be an east and west conference. And in that case, the east would be on the right-hand side. So maybe a team from the right-hand side can actually win. But spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the Premier League one, I would go ahead and watch that before I say what I'm going to say now. But so far, the 2 champions have been Manchester United and FC Barcelona. So the Northern Conferences, the left side, is doing really well so far in these simulated games. Guys, if you did enjoy this, please do leave a like on the video. These actually take longer than you would expect to make. So if you guys can leave a like on the video, it'd mean an absolute world to me. And if you're new around here, do subscribe. And if you guys want, I'm actually considering making a video explaining how I do each of the experiments, showing you how exactly I do them, what steps I take, and yeah, pretty much just how, because I've had so many people comment, you know, how are you randomizing the teams, how do you do this, how do you do that? So I just thought maybe I'd make a video where I show that, and you guys will see what goes into this, and it actually does take a lot of time. So your support is very much appreciated though, and you guys have been absolutely smashing it with the support. So just please keep that going, and I'll keep the content coming. So without further ado, guys, I'm gonna get up out of here. I hope you did enjoy today's video. I hope you had a good day. I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. Keep it real.